Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the D6 webinar. I would like to thank everybody for joining us today. It's lovely to have all of you here. My name is Inge de Bruin, Account Executive for D6 Group, and I'm not alone today. I have colleagues standing by that will also share more information with you regarding our modules available on the D6 Plus platform. It is my privilege to introduce to you our D6 Plus school management system, and I trust that today will be very informative. For those of you who have not heard of D6 before, here is just a background of D6 and where and how it all started. D6 was founded in the early 2000s and specifically developed in a school to address the need to work more efficient and effective through technology that's ready for the future. Most of you will be familiar with our D6 School Communicator app, but we are not only a communication platform anymore. We have various modules available for schools to simplify your life. We have developed a cloud-based system which integrates the 4 key pillars of a school: the admin, curriculum, finance, and communication. So often, when we think about schools, we intend to think about the learners, the classrooms, and the teachers, and we sometimes forget about the complexity of school management. As we know, in our schools, you need to manage your stakeholders, your compliance, which is specifically SAMS and reporting to the Department of Education, budgets, finances, billing, and communicating. All of this needs to be managed, where in most cases, schools manage these on different systems that are not integrated. And this is where D6 Plus can simplify life with the integrated cloud-based solution. I can also say with confidence that we are not only selling a software system, we are selling a way of thinking. Thinking if all your data can be in one place, the school can benefit and the rest will follow. Why D6? First of all, how can a school trust D6? So we have developed a trust center that details our approach to security, infrastructure, and procedures. Our hosted environments are configured in a tired structure behind firewalls and other technologies in order to provide security to the school. Secondly, how secure is the system? Our main hosting regions are located in South Africa, and we are also 100% POPI compliant. Each user will have their own access rights. So this is especially important with the new POPI Act. Just imagine how dangerous it can be to publish parent information such as banking details, ID numbers, and telephone numbers. D6 only gives viewing or changing rights to those staff that work with the information relevant to them. The integration, as I mentioned, all of the modules integrates, and this helps keeping the educators in the classroom and saving time and frustration. You can also see it as a puzzle piece when I refer back to the 4 key pillars. So our main admin module is the only module that is compulsory. And with that comes our integrated communication module for free. So basically your first 2 puzzle pieces will then consist of admin and communication. And from there you can build on curriculum and finance to complete the integration that will allow for maximum benefits. Benefits being in the cloud, it's 100% cloud-based. You will not need intricate software, servers, or special cables. Teachers and staff can work from anywhere. They only need an internet connection. Any device can access the D6 if you have internet connectivity. A question that we do get a lot is, does a school need to do backups? So you'll be happy to know that we do the backups 3 times a day. And as staff enters, marks, etc., these get saved automatically. Compliant, we continuously update our system with DOE requirements. As we know, the Department of Education requires schools to make use of SAMS. So, with that being said, from a compliance perspective, the D6 Plus exports necessary information to SAMS as per requirements. Meaning your weekly and your quarterly submissions can be exported from the D6 Plus into SAMS, eliminating double work, having all the data captured in one system. What to expect when moving over to D6 Plus? Getting into a new system, it can be scary, but with proper support, you will be in good hands. In the pictures, you will see steps of our onboarding process. Welcome on board. So first, the school will sign a contract with D6. Training, we have our very own training academy. Online training will be arranged for the various modules available. Implementation, after the training is completed, the implementation will take place. What does implementation mean? To give you an example, if you are a school that is currently working directly on SAMS, our implementation team will require all static data from SAMS to import into the admin module. Please note that we only import static data and no historic data of curriculum. Support, after implementation, we offer support where a ticket gets created with an email and our office will then make contact with our clients. We offer excellent service levels that will help the school get support speedily, and our friendly staff are specialists and always willing to simplify your life. This is then a wrap on the introduction. Please feel free to ask questions in the chat box on the left-hand side of your screen. And then we will move over to the communication module. As mentioned earlier, most of you will be familiar with our D6 School Communicator, one of the most successful communication apps used by more than 2,500 schools in South Africa, as well as schools internationally. We strive to continuously develop our products to be ready for the future. The D6 Communication app is also available as a standalone product, and it also integrates with our D6 Plus school management system. Very important, this is an authenticated communication app that enables school parents to stay informed and engaged with the school. The D6 communication is used mostly by schools to communicate with their parents, but it's also used by businesses and churches to communicate with their communities. The communication going out through the app is completely relevant to the person receiving the information, and this is ensured by creating communication channels. Benefits and key features. Firstly, you can send out news items. It's a two-way communication between school and parents and replace all other methods of communication by only using one application. All messages now has the functionality to be sent as a push notification, whether it's a news item, a resource, or a calendar event. The D6 communication also has a new multi-platform communication, meaning the school can now target communication over multiple platforms, either via the app, SMS, or email. It also has specific methods available, such as the least cost method. This eliminates duplication of work once again. Attachments and Google links can be added to messages and resources. Events being loaded can also have attachments and a link to Google Maps. Teachers can now compose a message straight from the app without having to log into the back end of the system, simply selecting their group or class to send a message from their phone. A new function in the app is the projects function. This would, for example, be like your civvy days or concerts or tours. So parents can view these projects and pay cashless with the cashless functionality. A little bit more on the cashless functionality later in the session. Let's look at the benefits with the integrated communication. So parents will have access to student information such as marks, absenteeism, discipline, and finances. This information works with the OTP authentication. It's very safe and secure. Parents can either download the app on their desktop or log into the web portal in their browser, and then the most popular one is our mobile app. Being a parent myself, I believe parents that's involved at a school also makes the school more effective. I'm also very proud to say that we have over 1 million app users currently. D6 communication, helping schools and parents stay connected. I would like to hand over to Alzette Lotz. She's going to give you more information regarding our admin module. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Inga. I'm Alzette Lotz. I'm the account executive for the Johannesburg East Rand area, and I will take you through the D6 Plus admin module. D6 administration module is our foundation phase of the D6 Plus administration system and integrates with the 3 other main modules that are curriculum for marks and report cards, and a full hands-on financial system with the integrated Connect app for communication. D6 is continuously busy to update the D6 Plus admin system with the latest DOE requirements and the tested new SAMS patch that are released by the DOE. This new patch will be available to download from the D6 Plus admin system. We do all general school admin reports like class lists, younger and older learner reports, and important reports for the DOE schedules. Learner profiles can be downloaded from the D6 Plus admin module under Reports. In the D6 admin module, staff user rights can be allocated per user with rights levels like example, no rights, view and change rights, or super rights. The admin module has a task-driven workflow. Urgent tasks will trigger a warning signal to the user. If all these tasks are kept up to date, the school will also be able to validate the data for SAMS. D6 Plus Admin Management System is making a difference for school management team with the learner overview function. Full overview of each learner's personal information, parental information, conduct, absenteeism, and personal documents that are uploaded. You can also update the learner profile by creating notes on the learner profile inside the system. Historic information will be available on the system from the day the school secure learner information onto the D6 Plus. D6 have an easy learner left process and a very detailed report for handover cards to another school. The Code of Conduct in the D6 Plus admin module is comprehensive discipline system. Detention points will also reflect on the integrated D6 Connect app that was discussed in the Connect module. Teachers can now update discipline and absenteeism during the day in class from their phones, their laptops, and tablets. And because the system is online, the updates on the system will be available to pull reports and to export to SAMS. Teachers can now allocate merits and demerits to learners with an automatic processing of actions that will flow directly in the admin system to the relevant management team members, like your HODs and your principal. Parents will get a notification from the school when absenteeism or discipline is loaded on the D6 Plus admin system. This info would also reflect on the Connect app. Detention and demerits will send an SMS notification to the parents, and the school will be able to see if a message was delivered to the parent from message reports. D6 admin module has a learner support function where all support given to the learner can be documented and downloaded for the DOE reports. Verification forms are available on the D6 Plus admin system for easy, quick learner registrations and re-registrations. Registration forms for re-registration can be sent to the Connect app to parents to complete and sign on their phones, and they can send it back to the school through email. Overall, D6 admin module is a comprehensive hands-on admin system to store all your relevant administration-related info and roll out needed reports. The admin system will simplify your daily admin tasks and will save you time. The integrated Connect app comes with the admin system with no extra cost. The admin system can also be utilized without the curriculum and finance module. You are welcome to contact one of our friendly and helpful sales team members for more information. Thank you so much. Over to you, Clarissa, for curriculum information.
Thank you, Alzette. Good day, my name is Clarissa, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our curriculum module. So let's jump straight into it. In all the years D6 has been around working closely with schools, we have found some common problems or struggles, one might say, within the school's environment. Just to mention a few, schools have pointed out the following. Keeping up with departmental policies and requirements can be challenging. Manual report mark inputs and calculations can result in inaccurate data. Manual report cards take time and timetables are not integrated and sometimes misses learners. D6 curriculum is here to streamline the workflow and to simplify the process of learner performance that ensures you still comply with the departmental requirements. Our compliance department, yes, you heard it right, we have a compliance department, ensures we stay up to date with all the departmental requirements and policies. They work closely with the department and will get the new requirements, or as some of you might know as the new patch, and test it out before rolling it out onto the D6 system. Our system also has system notices that will notify you of any changes regarding a new patch and what the changes are that need to be made. Or even better, we can do it for you, bringing me to my last point, and that is VAS, Value Added Services. We do the updates for you, no hassle, no confusion, and you would carry on like you normally would. But Alzette will discuss this a little bit further. We have an automated calculation that can calculate your results for you, working out your term marks. If you make a mistake, it can be readjusted and everything saves automatically. So no more looking for that save button. Looking at my last point with this report cards is promotion marks, something our schools love to hear. Our system can work out your promotion marks for you. This gets calculated through all your terms, showing you at a glance what subjects were failed and ensuring you can do report cards, which brings me to my next point, manual report cards. Our system can easily generate statistics, schedules, and certificates. We give you multiple report options, for example, class lists, grade lists, mark reports, report cards, top achievements, mark stats, achievement certificates, and so on. One fantastic option is to send those report cards to the parents instead of having to reprint it on an ongoing basis, as kids always lose it. You now have the option to email it to the parents, ensuring that they receive it and you don't have to reprint. Another option would also be for the parents to view the mark as a whole on our D6 app. Only one person at a time to input marks on one PC. With D6 Plus, you no longer have this issue. Depending on how the school operates, you now have the option to add your teachers so they can input the marks for their class by adding multiple users. Now, what's great about this is you have the ability to add and change user rights. For example, one teacher can only add and change her specific class marks and won't be able to access another teacher's learners. But the HOD can do that with the whole group that he or she is responsible for. The best part of it all is your teachers can also work from anywhere and anytime, as long as they have internet access and they have their username and password. Last point, timetables not integrated and missing learners. Because our system is fully integrated, our admin module speaks to all other modules. What does that mean? Well, as soon as a learner gets added on the admin side, they will automatically be on the curriculum side. This streamlines effortless class allocations and timetables. Now, our timetables are not just limited to learners, but can also be used by staff, ensuring you always know where your staff is. Our system supports SAMS, CAPS, Cambridge, IUB, SNE, and SIMS. With our curriculum module, this would be your first and only source of information, as we are SAMS aligned and can export the data for you to SAMS. We also have support specialists that are always there to assist you. And last but not least, we have a task tab that will inform you of any outstanding or needed data. Thank you so much for listening. On to Alzette that will discuss the value-added service in a little bit more detail for us. Thanks, Alzette.
Thank you, Clarissa. We want to simplify your SAMS requirements and information validation, and that is why we have the value-added service products to assist you with all your SAMS needs. Value-added service is for our new and current D6 Plus admin system clients that make use of the D6 curriculum module. We will be able to help you with different value-added service plans, like for example, term and year-end formulas, curriculum setup training, curriculum weights updates, whenever SAMS release the latest batch, and the exporting to SAMS training. A submissions maintenance plan is a D6 value-added product as well. The submissions maintenance plan is helpful for your weekly, term, and year-end submissions. Instead of your school doing the submissions, we have a dedicated D6 team in our value-added service department that will take care of your school's SAMS submissions to the Val extractor and the process through to the DDD dashboard. We have helped countless of clients already with our value-added service products. The value-added service products are designed to work with our curriculum module to ensure that your SAMS is up to date and your export is 100% accepted by SAMS. Contact one of our friendly sales team members for more information. Thank you very much. Over to you, Jaco, for the finance module information.
My name is Jaco Prinsloo. I'll be showing you the benefits today of using our D6 finance solution. I really hope that you enjoyed this presentation. Many schools today are faced with various challenges that makes coming to school in the morning a headache. You might say, well, this isn't me. Our school functions without ever no problems whatsoever. But here at D6, we would like to work in the finance office as simple as possible, making it for you easy to drink that cup of coffee or eat that cake that you have longed for. Now let's look at a couple of problems that schools faces from day to day. Firstly, separate systems causes tedious and error-prone transactions. Secondly, there are inefficiencies regarding debtor management in majorities of schools today. And then thirdly, there are challenges in accurate balancing the general ledger. And then lastly, a school does not want to sit somewhere in the historic books, accepting or holding cash on the school premises. D6 optimizes the financial management function within schools. We offer accounting solutions that comes with efficient support to ensure that your school's finances are consolidated and secure in a compliant way. We adhere to a good accounting practice and ensure that it is enjoyable to work with our software day to day. The first challenge that schools face is separate systems that causes tedious and error-prone transactions. D6 offers efficient and accurate management of school finances. Our system is task-driven to ensure that all daily activities gets done. So it's basically like a to-do list that takes you through the finance issues or tasks on hand. Why should you struggle to read each and every line into your bank statement one by one for reconciliation purposes into your current software? You have much better things to do. And just think about those typing errors that easily creep in and make their way into your books. And it's difficult to find that 1 cent that is not accounted for. With D6 Plus, you can import your bank statement from the majority of the banks in South Africa. We also have integration with third-party debit order systems like Stratcol and Netcash, which gets imported into the system and issues receipts to the correct debtors and the correct billing items automatically. Do you have an issue managing bad debt handovers in your books? Well, with the bad debt handover functionality, you can easily hand over the debtors that are in arrears and record all transactions and fees accurately. These handovers can be done for individual months and to the collector of your choice. Lastly, you do not need any additional software to provide your auditor or stakeholder with accounting reports in various formats. To address our next problem, we have full integration in D6 Plus with other modules to avoid duplication of work and processes. It is not necessary for the finance office to enter learners into the system. The admin office can do that so that the registrations and admission details will then be on hand for the finance office to handle. Secondly, the Department of Education also requires information in most countries that we service about exempt from school fees learners. Our system will offer this information to the finance office, as this is done in partnership with the department or key staff in the school. Every user, educator, and admin personnel that uses the D6 Plus system can be given rights by the admin office to view their own personal budget and projects that they are responsible for. Talking about user rights, creditors and debtor assignments can be split by department for privacy purposes and confidentiality. There's no need to return to previous batches or to try and retrieve historic transactions. All historic transactions are immediately available in the system for you to go back on. How can you effectively manage the stages of data management? Imagine your work being done for you or being automated. Wouldn't that be nice? With bulk billing on D6 Plus, the benefit is that you can easily select a specific grade, group of learners, or family ages, such as youngest and eldest, then bill them with the billing option that can have discounts, exemptions, and linking them to cashless payment options as well. Are you tired of files, notes on your desk, and reminders on your calendar to follow up with parents about promise to pay arrangements. Two options are available for communication of the learner's statements. Firstly, our D6 app shows the billing information of the learner. So if they have the app for communication, they have no excuse. Then there's also bulk emailing of statements available. Do you perhaps have a provider renting your land for the purposes of maybe a cell phone tower? How do you invoice them? We have other debtors functionality in our system that issues invoices, receipts, credit notes, and journals for such debtors that do not form part of the normal day-to-day school debtors. Then we have schools that have hostels and buses that would like to have a statement printed separately with separate banking details, and this too can be done with a statement for their own statement groupings. As part of our incredible D6 app, it is possible to show a statement on the app for parents to view. But school fees and projects can be paid right there and then on the D6 app by means of either topping up a wallet with EFT or credit card or debit card. The receipts are automatically issued immediately without the need for the finance person to generate such a receipt. It would be available within the app, but automatically issued without the need for the finance person to generate a receipt. It would basically be within the app, and it can then send a registered email to the parent as well with that receipt. Transactions are done with the correct references to the correct debtors, avoiding unallocated funds. Transactions can immediately be seen in the finance office and by the staff member that is running the project. So in summary or conclusion, D6 has a unique product offering that stands out from other competitors in the market. We have been developing this module since 2003 in schools for schools. We keep developing with new innovation free of charge to benefit all our schools and do finance as school normally does finance. And we want to save you time in the finance office. We want to simplify processes for you, and most importantly, we want to make your work enjoyable. Thank you. We'll be handing back now to Clarissa again.
Thank you, Jakub. We have reached the end of our session here today, but you are more than welcome to book a demo with us if you require more information or want a quotation. Thank you for joining the D6 Plus webinar, and we hope to hear from you soon. Have a fantastic day further.